Hey, what's up, guys? Thought I'd make this video, ask you all a few questions. You have to stick around to the end to hear the questions, but I was going to tell you the status of where I'm at, what I'm doing, what my plan is. So, my wife and I, we have bought a minivan. It's a black on black Dodge Caravan, and it was a newer one. And so it has leather, dark tinted windows. It really looks sharp. It's a nice van. It's the highest tier of van that they got. It's like the GT, whatever that means. So anyway, I got this van. I got signed up for Uber. So I thought, oh, it's Friday night, man. There's going to be a lot of drunks. I'll go in Uber. Went to the car wash. I detailed the shit out of it. I mean, I had it smelling good, looking good. It was popping. Filled the tank up. All right, so I get this. I live near a military base. So a lot of these military people, they don't want to drink and drive because, it affects their whole entire career. So I swing into this place. I pick up 3 people. I take them to the bar. Well, later on that night, I had already ran, I don't know, 7, 8 trips with people. And later on that night, sure enough, same people. Swing in there, and it was just 2 people. I guess one got lucky, went home with some chick. And it was the other 2, they didn't get lucky. But one of them was so dang drunk, man. She couldn't even hardly walk, talk, move. Anyway, I went down this freaking road, and the road was like a bump, a bump, a bump, a bump. And I'm like, oh, this is bad because she's so drunk and she might get sick. Sure enough, it got her. So made it up to the intersection. She started breathing heavy. You know what happens when someone starts breathing heavy and they're that drunk? Oh no. So I said, hey, don't get sick in this van. She's like, oh no, I won't. And I'm like, yeah, you're breathing heavy. And she's like, oh man, do you have any water? I'm like, oh, she's getting sick. She's going to get sick. And the dude that was with her, he's like, oh, man, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right. I said, hey, do you want me to roll the window down? And the guy in the back, he's like, oh, no, don't roll that window down. And then she started breathing heavier. And I'm like, oh, no. I said, I'm rolling these windows down. If you get sick, you puke out that window. Like I was a drill sergeant. She's like, oh, I will. So then I hit that window button. I even did the passenger window so that cold air hit her and get her to puke. Dude, she puked. It was like Mount St. Helen, man. It blew all down the side of that black van, and clean and pretty. All that was history after the chunks. And I don't know what the hell she ate, but man, it was gross and stunk. And it went all down the side of the van, all the way down the window. When she rolled up that window, it's just streaks of just, ugh. And I have a weak stomach anyway. I was like, And so then I'm like, man, this Uber ain't really for me. So I ended the night about 4 or 5 after that. And then the last one of the night, I picked these 2 guys up. They was a little bit redneck. And then they was like, yeah, what was that song? And then they started singing this song. It was like, America, fuck yeah. And then I had this going on in the back seat about 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, man, I don't know about all this. So that was my Ubering experience. So I learned from that. And I compared the amount of income to the time it took and the amount of income I can make off of DoorDash, and I could double the amount of money on DoorDash than Ubering. Then I thought, wait a minute, I need to figure out this Uber Eats. I'm gonna try Uber Eats. Started doing Uber Eats. I live near a military base, like I said, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll kill it. I got my base credentials now. So now I could go on and off the base. So I went ahead and I started running on and off the base, on and off the base. So I had to wait for like people all the time. They're like, oh yeah, we're getting counts. We're doing counts and we're waiting on this. And then we're over here. I'll meet you out on the street, and they's all covert, you know, getting their grub and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm making half as much as DoorDash with Uber Eats. This is starting to get ridiculous. So it all boils down to, in my area, in my situation, I can hammer out, I'm not going to tell you how much, but I can hammer out more than Uber Eats and Ubering people around. Because the longest trip that I got for Ubering was about 7 or 8 miles, and I couldn't even break $15. And then it seemed like it took about 20 to 35 minutes per trip. I couldn't even hit $30 an hour. So that's pretty sad. Anyway, so now I'm on this door dashing. And I'm doing good because I can just hammer them out. I know where stuff's at, all the good hot spots at the restaurant. I could spot other door dashers, and I set away from them, closer to the restaurants that I know are hot. And I sit there and I bullshit. The people at the restaurants are like, yeah, everybody's called in sick and we're slow tonight. Yeah, well, I'm not going to take nothing from you. And then they're like, oh, well, we don't have no drivers tonight at Pizza Hut. And so, you know, so then I sit outside Pizza Hut. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this crap out. So, yeah, we're not doing too good on the shuttle business. And I think it's been 41 days up and going, and we haven't got one run. And we got one scheduled for next month. It's a pretty good run. And we take the person and her family to the airport, pick the person and her family up after their vacation, and bring them back to our town. So it's a pretty easy gig, pays pretty good, but that's one. And then I got a guy set up. I want to have him do a website, but good Lord, it costs an arm and a finger to have this guy do it. So then I'm having trouble with the Google search. The Google search is free, and I'm having trouble just getting the freaking Google search set up because you have to get validated, verified. I don't even know, man. And we've done everything they said to do, and then we just keep getting rejected. Like an ugly chick on New Year's Eve, man. Rejected. But, hey, the questions I had for you is this. Should I keep making videos even though I don't do drive away anymore? 2 is, should I make a whole nother channel and just leave the pro drive away man in the dust? Or 3, should I just not make YouTube videos at all? Because I don't have to. And I don't make shit. I almost made $145, but I didn't keep the rhythm going there for a while, and then they just kicked me off the thing and kept my money. So, thanks to you. Oh, here, that's for you, YouTube, for ripping me off my 145. You know how fragile I am about getting ripped off. So, y'all get out there and make some of that damn money.